Hello, this is Moses Wan and welcome to part 7 of my MATLAB tutorial series. In this tutorial, I'll show you how to use anonymous functions and some basic inputs and outputs. So let's start with prompting the user to input some value. So all we just do is type input and then we type the prompt. So please enter something. So what this will do is that it will just display this message, wait for the person to type in something, and then it will store the value they typed in somewhere. Since this is the command window, it'll just automatically store it into answer if you don't specify the location to store it in. The next one I'm going to show you is disp. I think you've seen me use this numerous times. All this does is just display the contents of a variable. So display the contents of answer, and it's just this. It can also display a sentence, so can also display words. So can also display words. And it can also display just numbers. So that's all disp does. But there's one big limitation to this, and this is why not many people use disp. So what happens if you want to write a program and you've got a result stored in the variable and you want to display it into a sentence? So let's say the result is, and then you want to insert 3 here, or whatever the result is in here, just whatever is stored in result. You cannot do that in disp, but we've got another way of doing that, and that's using fprintf. So in fprintf, basically we type in our phrase. So the result is, put in a placeholder, and then put in what we want to put in the placeholder. So a placeholder is basically a blank, and it's just waiting for something to fill in that blank. So in this, the result is, and then this is our placeholder, %G. So it's waiting for something to be filled in here. So in the next one, we specify what we're going to fill into this placeholder, and that's result. So whatever's in result, it will replace this placeholder. So in this case, it's 3, so result is 3. You can also put in more than one placeholder as well. So let's say I've got 2 results, right? So we got result 2 and result. So I want to display that all in one sentence. So the results are %G and %G and result 2. So basically what this placeholder is doing is that the first placeholder will just grab whatever values in the first variable that we've put in, so that's result, and the second placeholder will grab the second variable that we put in, which is result 2. And you can imagine if there's more placeholders, so the third G will grab the third variable, fourth G will grab the fourth variable, so on and so forth. So this is how we display it. So the first one will grab result, and that's 3. And the second placeholder will just grab result 2, which is 10. So results are 3 and 10. So let's try apply this. So basically, now I'm going to show you a bit about anonymous functions. So this is an anonymous function. For this, we can rewrite another we can rewrite another M file which goes function result equals and then put in like result equals some crap. So in this case I'm just going to think, yeah. Okay, so we can actually replace this with another M file with just some code with 3 lines, but you can see that it's kind of pointless writing an M file which is just 3 lines long, and this basically does the same thing. So it's basically creating a function called C to F, so C to F, and then this basically means a function, and it's waiting for this, waiting for some input, and that input will replace all the x's in here. So x will replace x. Okay, so now we've got that under control. So let's start from the beginning and just run through what this does. This will clear the screen, clear all the variables, close all the figures. This will simply prompt the user to input some degrees in Celsius, store that value in the variable Celsius, and then we just print our result. So in the first placeholder here, we just insert whatever Celsius is, and then for the second placeholder, it'll spit out whatever value this function will give us when we input Celsius inside. So let's run this, see what happens. So please enter degrees in Celsius. So let's say 0. So 0 degrees in Celsius is the same as 32 in Fahrenheit, which is true. So basically, this one is just put at 0, and when we called this function, we inserted 0 into this function. So 0 times 9 divided by 5 is 0, plus 32 is equal to 32. So just display 32 and replace the second placeholder because it's the second in line. Okay, so that's basically it for this tutorial. I hope you stay tuned. There's a lot more you could learn about fprintf. Like, fprintf actually stands for file print file. So it can actually print to another file. So it can print to other text documents and stuff like that. Same, the placeholders also have a lot of different types. So %g basically just means a floating number. So it's waiting for a number. There's also %s, which waits for a string, which is just a bunch of words. So you can type in help fprintf for additional help on what everything does and how to use it, or you can type in doc fprintf and it'll just show you the help file. So in this help file, it just shows you all the different placeholders and stuff, and it also tells you other stuff. Like in this one, I use \n, which just feeds me into a new line. So yeah, that is all for today. I hope you stay tuned, and it would be nice to hear feedback from you guys to see how well I'm doing in delivering help. Yeah, thank you.